ton of engage, you have great CC, and you still have a scaling AD carry where Rekkles can win you fights in the late game. So I think Fnatic's coaching staff decided, current plan, let's drop it. We know we can win late game team fights against FPX. Now we just have to get there.
Exactly. Complete focus is on time. Can Fnatic buy that time? QuickShot, you were talking about your stats earlier. So far, there hasn't been much in this series.
Nope, there has not. 2 25-minute victories for FunPlus Phoenix. A 20-minute win will break the record of the fastest international BO5. Now, the question is, can Fnatic delay long enough for not only their team composition to come online, but to prevent the record being broken, to keep their tournament hopes alive? FunPlus Phoenix are 1 win away from an all-LPL showdown. Number 1 versus number 3 seed for a guaranteed LPL back-to-back World Finals appearance.
And I'm really looking at both junglers here because Tian on the Rek'Sai, he can be the one to really snowball the game, to make sure they have a winning mid lane matchup where they can then roam to the bottom side and set up plays with the Lucian and the Nautilus. While Broxah, he's kind of the bridge in the early game that has to get the team past the early laning phase. If he ends up falling behind here, or if he's not able to actually pull off any sort of counter ganks, then suddenly FPX will have full control.
Deficio, a game and a half ago, we talked a little bit about Broxah, his early game impact, the first half of groups, second half of groups. Is he going to be able to do it? We've seen the Lee Sin back-to-back games. If he's got to be the bridge, there is a lot of pressure on this man who seems to have struggled against Tian.
Let me read something from his teammate then, QuickShot. And it is from Rekkles. His quote at the beginning of group stages. I also know when the tournament starts, everything that you've done before and every theory is out the window. And then it's just up to the people who can handle the pressure when they're up there on stage. There's no greater pressure on Fnatic than right now. And can Rekkles and Fnatic live up to that quote and be that team?
Well, do you remember a game ago I talked about how much experience FunPlus Phoenix have on this stage? The experience, the ability to step up when it counts. Let me show you how many international games Fnatic played before the 2 they've already accrued. Bwipo 32, Broxah 56, Rekkles 74, including World Semifinals appearances, World Finals appearances, and Nemesis, the Stone Cold Killer, the only rookie to this stage. These numbers could stop right now if they don't find a way to extend the series.
And they've been here before, a lot of the members at least. And I'm actually not concerned about Fnatic like mentally collapsing going into this kind of game. I think the change in strategy might be what they need, at least to feel comfortable going into the game, saying, okay, we don't have to snowball early game. We don't have to tower dive the bot lane as early as possible. We can actually play a little bit more relaxed and just focus on tracking Tian on the Rek'Sai.
Yep, my focus is going to be on FPX here. Series in their hands.
Oh, little power spike again.
Point.
Slightly different champion.
Yeah, Bwipo getting a nice trade off there. Grassproc as well. See if they actually reverse clear here for Tian, because you mentioned the Rek'Sai, level 3 now here, can head up, try and attack. Renekton Rek'Sai, incredibly potent in the 2v2, and Rek'Sai has so many pathways to try and affect that lane and get some early gold in the Renekton's hands.
Yeah, we have the early ward down from Bwipo being at the top, and you see it in the brush, but there's, as you highlighted, a lot of paths he can take around to still get there and actually gank him. Broxah might path to top side now and actually be there to protect a potential play.
And talking about Broxah, we saw him clearing out his blue buff as the first time all series long where FunPlus Phoenix and Fnatic did not contest the first blue spawn. So multiple times in a row that fight happening, and Broxah seems to have snuck himself in here behind Lwx and Crisp.
Yeah, you're sneaky at first, but then you pop that plant and everybody knows where you've been, so Lwx and Chris should be playing with an appropriate amount of respect.
Let's open up for top lane, but Bwipo right now should know my jungler's bot side, I'm weak side, I need to just step away until I have more information or backup. So right now he can't actually push forward without getting risked, without potentially dying to a gank.
Exactly, you can see him on the minimap hovering behind the minion wave because it's overextended there. And he knows he has no pressure. This is allowing currently
focus.
Tian on the Raptor camp to farm away. Meanwhile, Lwx and Crisp just playing defensively under the tower.
Can you proc the Aftershock here for Hylissang if you want to go for something, but there's very few minions. It's super risky.
Yeah, there's no way you pull that dive off with these champions. Those are not super strong diving champions against full health enemies.
Especially with all the CC and the kit of Crisp's Nautilus. The risk was simply too great. We catch a quick glimpse of Doinb teleporting back to lane. He's picked up that Tear of the Goddess already, Nemesis, using that Baleful Strike to try farm himself under the tower. And a few moments ago, Tian was at least hovering or sort of shadowing Gimgoon's lane up at the top. Doinb steps in, places that another ward down. And as it starts for now, no action in the early game. Big change from the earlier matches this series.
Exactly, but we'll keep seeing this, you know, Renekton pushing in. The Ornn is like, yeah, it's fine, I'll build a few items here and there and get a bit of extra stats, and then you can't kill me that easily. And once you hit level 6 on Ornn, it gets harder to dive him as well. But there's still an opening. Like, you can bring Ryze, you can bring Rek'Sai, you will be able to of course, shut him down. It's just about playing very defensive on top side for Fnatic, unless Broxah is there to try and do something. But it's a very risky lane to gank.
And I really do want to highlight that Tian didn't waste any time because Bwipo's playing defensively and giving that respect on the weak side. Tian is hard farming. This Rek'Sai is opening up a very big farm lead. As you see there, that was the counter-jungled Raptor camp that he did earlier. He's already a level ahead of Broxah, has the extra longsword from that back, and is looking to prey on this matchup.
Always love this ward here. To try and see any potential like pathing around it. People don't always check if it's actually there, so it gives you a lot of free information. And now we talked about focus around mid lane from FPX, trying to shut down Nemesis.
All right, Event Horizon will come up. That will at least interrupt Tian for now. The teleport starts to channel. Nemesis flashes away defensively. So Doinb's now coming in. Rekkles at level 4 uses the Acathian Rain. The wave is pushing away from him, but I think the TP saves Nemesis's life. And we'll need to see what impact this has on the remainder of the laning phase.
Yeah, it does. And that was a rare case of Doinb ganking his own lane. As the Rek'Sai was showing on the ward. Crisp has to run away to the blast cone, but should be fine. Now, if we return to that lane, this is a flashless Veigar, teleportless Veigar that could definitely get rooted up. Fnatic will use the reset off of pressure, though, to get this dragon.
Ooh, looking at the mini-map. Now, there's no mana for Doinb, so he's just going to go for the plants. I got excited for a second, wondering whether or not Tian and Doinb wanted to consider the tower dive.
This is the dive we mentioned. If you bring multiple members, of course you can take down the Ornn here. Ulti is ready, can try and use it.
All right, what can Bwipo do? Call of the Forge Guard is available. It is called. Can he get the knockup? No, it's interrupted. He can't bounce it back. Gimgoon and Tian double team while Doinb gets the assist, and that was beautifully done.
Perfect timing here on the stun, but let's look at summoner spells. 2 flashes used by FPX, 1 of course by Bwipo. They do get the kill, but Fnatic still took a Mountain Drake. So it's an expected trade when you have the Ornn up top there against the Renekton. You will at some point die under your turret, but hopefully your team is getting something elsewhere.
Well, let's take a look. Hylissang now taking some damage. Broxah comes over the wall. The stun from the trample will land. No killer instinct for Rekkles to follow up, but they get Crisp's flash. So that tower dive that Broxah was really fishing for earlier, now at least a little more believable.
Yeah, we'll see how well they can hover under tower. Lwx, good reactions there. He has the red buff. He was able to stay safe. Here's another look at the tower dive, though. And they know that Fnatic are on the bottom side, so no hesitation there on the flash. Doinb goes in.
Yep.
They know they can lock him up. Stun there, able to lock him out.
Yeah, just make sure he can't actually hit the ulti the second time around, and then he will die. Want to highlight, no TP used back to lane from Gimgoon right here. He's actually saving it for potentially making a play on bottom side. They will have level 6 on the Nautilus very soon. So you have CC set up, and then you can actually try and shut down Rekkles or Hylissang. The other reason could also just be, I mean, there wasn't really any reason for him to catch like 1 minion, basically, and then
it's a pretty good reason to save.
He can just save it anyway. So he's able to use his advantage now to apply pressure elsewhere by keeping the TP. Maybe later he decides to use it back to lane just for a bit more pressure.
I'm going to keep my eyes on how Tian continues to impact this map. He's already done such an exceptional job, still a level ahead, healthy CS advantage. As now Hylissang is going to look for Lwx. Very good headbutt and pulverize under the tower. Lwx almost winning the fight. He had that Cutlass to work with, but Hylissang played patiently.
Yep, he gets him right into the tower. That is a key tower shot there. He gets him just into range to get the red buff back. Unfortunately, Hylissang also got the kill credit, but that is definitely a very big answer from Fnatic.
He completely outplayed him, and I bet you, Someone on FPX said, we got TP top, we're jungler on bot side, you can play aggressive. Come on, try and force a fight, you can play aggressive. And then he actually ignores the fact that Hylissang can sit in that little brush and then knock him into the turret. Big play here from Fnatic side. They were not supposed to get anything bot lane, and they just got a kill.
Absolutely the case. Fnatic are still 1,000 gold down, but all credit to Hilly.
Yeah, look at the patience there, because he needs every bit of distance just into tower range, then goes for the flash to make sure they have enough damage to finish off before Rekkles goes down. Look at the picture-in-picture, though. Gimgoon!
Wait, is this a solo kill? Bwipo's trying to chase him down, but I think Gimgoon should be able to escape. The searing charge will not find his target, and Gimgoon lives to fight another day.
Can't believe he almost died right there. Let's see what happens, but Hylissang's looking for something. It's FPX invading on blue buff. We keep mentioning they have to TP. They can use it on bottom side if they want to, so they know there's a chance of a numbers advantage. He's using it back to lane now.
Take a look at the TP going top. Bwipo, ultimate and TP on cooldown. Rekkles and Hilly. Man, there's so many FPX members looking to chase them down. Hilly, it looked like he was kind of going fishing himself as Nemesis and Broxah made their way down. But I want to go back to that Ornn point really quickly during draft. You both said that pick had to just survive lane, had to scale, and Fnatic are nearly even in goal. The 10 minutes, they're trading 1-for-1. It's looking okay for now.
Yeah, it's looking okay. And I said before we went live here, Ornn is broken, man. Just pick it. Just you always have value in the game with your ulti and the fact you make your other carries better as well.
All right, let's start up this Rift out here. It looks like they do know there was an early recall. As you can see on the minimap, Crisp is going from base. Crisp will be there first, and support desynced recalls mean FPX should definitely be able to finish this. Bwipo also going back to base. Fnatic are seeding the Rift Herald over. That should get turned into turret plates. There's plenty of time for FPX, and they can work off of either of those solo lanes to try and get full value out of that objective. So this should further propel that early game that they're looking for.
For now, they can definitely try and play almost every single lane with the current setup they have. I do like the armor stacking, of course, as well on the Ornn top side. You're against Rek'Sai and Renekton. So just try again to make it as hard as possible for them to actually kill you under the turret, so they decide to go somewhere else.
And the big difference in that matchup comes when you complete your Spear of Sojin. Bottom side engage.
All right, that's the engage plus the ignite. So stopwatch will at least get proc. So Hilly's going to be happy already.
TP.
Teleports, that's traded 1-for-1. Nautilus ultimate knocks Rekkles up in the air. Now Hilly's trying to escape. Nemesis lands the event horizon, but Doinb almost survives. Lwx is running for his life. There's the engage from Hylissang. That's a double kill for Fnatic. It's traded one back as Tian gets the reply. And Broxah arrives a little late to the party.
Veigar coming up big for Fnatic again! Nemesis answers the teleport, and that stun is on point. They finish off Doinb, and that is 2 kills as Lwx got chased down because of the Glacial Augment. Now it's going to be turned into Dragon number 2, and this time around, it is double mountains for Fnatic looking towards that Baron setup.
Deficio, you had talked about the teleport advantage for FPX for a while, but Nemesis's response was fantastic.
Obviously, Renekton used it back to lane earlier, so now it was just a 1-for-1 trade. The difference is, one guy is actually TPing in extremely offensively here right now. He's way behind the enemy lines, and he just instantly gets stunned. Tian could not get in time to actually make it a 4 versus 3. We're looking mid lane.
We are indeed. Oh, Call of the Forge God manages to lock up Tian. He's got flash available to him, but he can't get out. Broxah's on the board. Fnatic 4 kills to 2. 500 gold up. 2 Mountain Drakes, and the event horizon locks in Crisp. Sonic Wave finds a target of Fnatic. They survive the early game, but this is the start of an advantage they cannot throw away.
Oh, top lane. They're fighting again.
Gimgoon is going toe-to-toe with Bwipo. Sunfire Cape. This could be one of those wet noodle fights that we used to watch years and years ago.
Yeah,
Gimgoon charge.
Gimgoon never got to complete his Spear of Sojin, so that's why Bwipo can try and take those again.
Fnatic, they know they have a numbers advantage. They also have members in the jungle. They get another one.
Nemesis knows the ranges here on Veigar so well. Oftentimes we'll see people misplacing with the stun, but he sets it up with the GLP, with the extra Glacial Augment slow, finds the stun, he finds another kill with the pick onto Doinb.
All right, 2,000 gold in the lead. Listen to the Spanish fans in the Palacio Vista Alegre. They are losing their minds because for the first time all series, Fnatic are looking pretty good as we approach the 15-minute mark. They've got a tower, they've got dragons, and they've got a comp that scales well, but there is still no margin for error.
Very true, but it seems a bit easier for Fnatic now that they don't feel forced to do anything super aggressive all the time. Now looking bot side here.
Just as you say that, Deficio, super aggressive. Bwipo teleporting to the bot lane. Top lane has been conceded. The plates have just timed out as well. So Gimgoon and Tian, they're going to be pushing top. The teleport will allow Fnatic to pick up the tower in the bottom lane. That should be the third. Sorry, correction, that was the second outer turret. And as it stands, not quite sure the TP I'd call worth, but it does at least open up that part of the map.
I mean, they force enemy bot lane to give up the turret, so they trade at least 1 for 1 there. Ooh. Oh, he got him.
All right, Primordial Burst did a lot of damage, but it wasn't enough to kill Crisp. Not at this stage.
Yeah.
Still working on AP there for Nemesis.
And Bwipo didn't have cooldown on ultimate. If you see Call of Forge got very close to coming back off, they could have chased down if you had access to that, but not there, so they let him walk away.
Now, obviously, Fnatic had superior side lanes if we look at the last 2 games where they could actually try and play 1-3-1. In this game here, when you have the Renekton and the Ryze, we are looking more at FPX trying to control that, and Fnatic obviously wants to group as 5 and team fight, but they still can hold the lanes very, very easily, and especially the Ornn here just stacking, you know, early armor, have been able to 1v1 the Renekton so far. Not gonna be as fun anymore with the first item completed for Gimgoon, and now you have to respect the all-in a bit more.
We take quick stock of the itemization, as you mentioned, plus 20 CS. Gimgoon in the mid lane, Doinb takes a lot of damage. Primordial Burst still available. Pretty even CS across the map, says now Gimgoon will pick up the second tower of the game for FunPlus Phoenix. There's a mid lane setup. Call of the Forge God is available for Bwipo. Every time he's around, just hold my breath for the engage, the long range that will allow Kaisa to come jumping in as well. So Rekkles was making his way mid. Instead, going to peel away and get some damage into this mid inner turret.
Yeah, and they've got a lot of vision here supporting that pressure on top side. Rekkles can go in with the extra attack speed. They calling in the rest of the team here to force it down. It should be a trade. You see Ryze there on the mini-map going for the split push for FPX.
Put up the cage.
Horizon is very good from Nemesis. Killer Instinct comes out from Rekkles, but it didn't commit the Primordial burst. Tian is able to escape. It cost him his flash. Fnatic are pushing on 2 lanes. Top has been saved for now. Middle is now under pressure. There's the call of the Forge God. Event Horizon comes out, but very good flash away. Gimgoon does go down. The tower will fall. Nemesis is in trouble. Doinb has not stopped the push in the bottom lane, though.
This is what we talk about again. Fnatic, they want to stay together. They're just playing around 2 lanes only, not 3. They have control in enemy jungle. They know everything that's happening around mid and top lane. They didn't want to overextend for any turret, but they were just fishing. The moment you land the stun with Nemesis, you can then go all in. And it's super hard for FPX to defend. They can't actually wave clear against the Veigar.
We are highlighting for Fnatic, grouping up and using their team composition to its fullest. They beat SK Telecom by defending early and then grouping up with the Veigar, chasing people down with these long-range engages. The slows coming through to set up stuns.
And it's very important to highlight that typically, if you play a teamfight comp against split push, once the map is set up and they're pushing all the lanes, it's very difficult to do something unless you can hard engage around a mid lane or around an objective. And Fnatic can always engage. They have Alistar, they have Ornn. There's no Braum to block the Ornn ulti or anything. They can always start a fight, and that is how you punish teams who wants to split up the map.
Here they go.
Take a look at this. Call of the Forge God's not available, but it might not even be needed. Trample's available as well. Killer Instinct's on cooldown from Rekkles. Until a few seconds ago, everybody on FPX had no flash available, and Fnatic had all of theirs. They picked up the Cloud Drake. Baron will be spawning in 2 minutes' time, and Fnatic still have a 2,000 gold lead, but it is so crucial to keep your eyes on Doinb because he has gone unanswered in the split push, but at least Fnatic are equal in cross-map.
They're going to trade here. Doinb and Tian are not going to stop. Fnatic are at the door as well. Inhibitor turret under attack.
FPX, you're new to the international stage. You don't want to base race against Fnatic. There is no team in the world with more experience at base races. The inhibitor is being forced down. It is being taken in the bottom lane.
Can they find them in the base?
To the base race. All of the Forge God has come out. Teleport's being used. Event Horizon's going down. Fnatic, can you win the fight? Doinb is joining the fray. Hylissang goes deep with the ultimate. Rekkles jumps in with the killer instinct. Lwx is down. Broxah is looking for Crisp. He finds him. It's at the cost of Hylissang's life. There's another one down as Gimgoon is taken out. The Nexus turret is the next focus.
And no minions, sadly, for Fnatic here. They do pick up the kills. They wanted to force the recall from top lane. Inhib did not die topside, so Fnatic gets an Inhib bot.
No minions, but they got plenty of champions in that one. 3 kills for Fnatic, 12 stacks on the Soul Stealer for Nemesis, and this game is wide open for them. It's so key that this is also much simpler for Fnatic to execute this time around.
Fnatic did not have to set up any early tower dives. They didn't need to hard camp a lane to try and get ahead. They could play a lot slower in the early game and react to what FPX were trying to do on the map. Double Mountain Drake, Baron spawning very soon.
And so important to note that FPX were 2-0 up in the series. Baron hasn't even spawned. We've got 12 kills in the game. The Nexus turret was being sieged.
But you know what's going to happen when it spawns. Fnatic will set up vision, then FPX will try and face check, and then they will die.
The thing that I really like is the confidence for Fnatic being down 0-2 in a series to still push the Nexus. That tells you a lot about their mental state right now, and it makes me excited for the rest of this game, and with some luck, the next game in the series. I want more of this series, and Fnatic are now setting up that vision, Kobe, that Deficio talked about, and setting up for a Baron play.
Yeah, it looks like you are definitely in store for some more. Fnatic have full control of Baron. They're burning it down. Bwipo's under attack.
He is indeed. Call of the Forge Guard is not available to him. Event Horizon has come up. Bwipo manages to escape, and Crisp survives the primordial boost. Now the Nautilus ultimate knocks Nemesis in the air. Baron will just about get secured. Super minions are pushing in the bottom lane. That's a massive engage! Fnatic from downtown send FPX back to base. The gray screen is up for Tian and Crisp. And with Baron empowered super minions about to crest the steps of the LPL's base, Fnatic are looking to pick up their first win of the series. Nemesis is fighting Lwx in the bottom. The rest of Fnatic are picking a fight in the bottom lane as well. Hylissang goes golden against Doinb, and he stays alive just a few seconds longer. The Baron empowered minions are now chasing Nemesis, looking for the solo kill. Not gonna find it, but the Q does. The Nexus turrets have fallen. Teleports are coming into the base. FPX are doing what they can to survive, but there's not enough available. There's not enough to fight. But look at this, Tian and Doinb, they turn around. I couldn't be more wrong. Bwipo's in trouble. The Realm Warp will allow them to continue the chase, and Broxah's running for his life.
Fnatic thought they had done it, but Doinb holds on to the game for FPX. He takes down Hylissang in the 1v1 and then defense.
Super carry of the LPL steps up when FPX have their backs against the Nexus. 3, 2, and 4, and Doinb on the rise keeps the game alive.
It looked like all of Fnatic had gotten individual missions there after they had taken the Baron. But, okay, yeah, Deficio, there is a ward in the base. Possible teleport Fnatic situation. You want Rekkles to go for it?
I'm just saying, he can. If FPX decides to walk out, contest, let's say, a Drake or something, the opening is there.
Do they know? They do know.
They know.
Oh,
I love the crowd noise, by the way. When that ward goes down, you can actually hear the pain from Spain. And we reset, and this is the replay of this final Lakers push. I was convinced in this What's in Me replay Fnatic were going to win.
You guys tell me what's going on with all these chase downs here for Fnatic.
Well, they wanted the Nexus turrets first, but then they realized behind them right now, there's actually still a bunch of turrets, and there's a very, very strong Ryze. I think Doinb playing it perfect, staying out of range, flashes out of cage as well, so he can just keep dealing damage. And now the rest of the team will join, and of course Rekkles ends up in the middle of the entire team and will go down. So for now, FPX, they stay alive.
Yeah, we will see if that lapse in judgment from Fnatic, you know, the lack of coordination finishing out the game or discipline actually ends up costing them.
It should not.
You can see it's a spike here, but as you're saying, it should still be 5 members of Fnatic, 1 Nexus left.
Of course, it's still a 2,000 goal game. We're 23 minutes in. These games have been so quick, have been so action-packed. My eyes are going to be on Doinb. He's got no flash available to get out of the event horizon this time around, and the lane's not necessarily the strongest.
Here we go.
And top pushing towards Fnatic. The Realm Warp sends Crisp into the backline. Call the Forge God comes out. That sends Crisp flying. Rekkles is in trouble as Gimgoon's running him down. Now, the first one to fall is Crisp. Nemesis does get taken out. So does Rekkles. All of a sudden, Fnatic's fight has floundered. Broxah tries to get something back as Tian's running for his life. He's got the Guardian Angel still available.
That was such a good engage. Can he get more?
They can just now. That's a GA has been procced. The Broxah and Hylissang run for their lives.
Perfect setup right here. Ryze ulti, and it's only the Nautilus taking it, so he can instant point-on-click ult onto Rekkles, who's about to get flanked by a Renekton who can pop everything and take him down. Suddenly, Fnatic did not have the consistent DPS to kill the rest of FPX, and this Ryze just never dies in his fights. Look at this here. This is the setup they want. Oh, he actually gets knocked in by Hylissang.
Yep.
He actually headbutted him in.
It just felt like the coordination wasn't there for them. Meanwhile, FPX just hunt and kill here. Tian takes the ultimate in, finishes off Nemesis. On the left side of your screen, Lwx escapes with his life on the Lucian, kites back to the fountain to then come out for round 2 as they finish up the last kill.
Gentlemen, 5 minutes ago, I said how much I love the mentality of Fnatic pushing the Nexus at 18 minutes. I would like to
Not so in love anymore?
I would like to retract that statement right now and look at how they can set some of these fights up, because it is clear that Doinb and Gimgoon, they still have a lot of fight in them, despite being marginally behind in goals.
100%. I think FPX done a fantastic job defending their base. Also removed so many stacks from Nemesis, but if you are Fnatic, you can still wait for next Baron spawn. You still have the double mountain set up. You have amazing engage, especially when the enemy team is forced to kind of like move in towards you through the river, where it's hard to dodge around to get away from an Ornn ulti. So Fnatic can slow it down a little bit. We're still only 25 minutes in. They don't have to finish the game instantly, and they still have great scaling on their side. Look at this, the Ornn items coming in, getting upgraded. Like, Nemesis still deals a ton of damage.
Super quick, Nemesis is currently at 736 ability power. He's farmed 212 additional AP throughout the course of this game and will continue to scale. We saw how quickly he obliterated those waves in the mid-game, so the defensive play is very, very strong for him.
All right, for FPX, because they're still in such a hard spot here. Baron number 2 coming up is so big for Fnatic. Right now, they just need to get vision control over this Baron area, and you will force FPX into you.
All right, Gimgoon's going to flash all the way forward. Rekkles isn't there. He's starting to teleport and join the fray. He will get in behind. Call of the Forge Guard has already been used, and Gimgoon is pushed underneath the tower. Gimgoon stays alive. The primordial burst picks up the kill. Now, where's the engage? Killer Instinct is available for Rekkles. I'm waiting to see when he uses it. Hylissang is in some trouble. Gets a 3-man knockup. Rekkles is chasing forward. Nautilus ultimate knocks him up into the air. He dives forward. Rekkles' shield keeps him up, keeps him alive, keeps him pushing forward, gets him a double, looking for the triple. Doinb is the last man standing, and he flashes away to safety. Fnatic give this man respect because he is scary. The Super Soaker slows him down, and it's Rekkles that sends him packing for the ace.
That's gotta be it. Fnatic 4 strong in the FPX space. 1 inhibitor down, and the Nexus to follow. This series isn't over yet.
The Fnatic faithful find their first win. Gentlemen, we are going to game number 4. I am still flabbergasted at the pace of these games. That was a 27-minute win with 31 kills.